Have you ever felt like you are running on a hamster wheel that keeps spinning? No matter how hard you try, you just cannot seem to move forward. Imagine stepping into two apartments located right next to each other in the same neighborhood. The first apartment belongs to someone with an income of $95,000 a year. When the door opens, you see a massive 75-inch television mounted on the wall. There is a set of high-end leather sofas worth $4,000. The kitchen is crammed with blenders and toasters, most of them still wrapped in their original plastic. Their closet cannot fit another thing, with countless items still dangling their price tags. They even use an entire spare bedroom just to store things that have been gathering dust for years. Yet behind all that glamour, every time this person opens their banking app, their stomach churns. The harsh truth is that they are only 2 missed paychecks away from bankruptcy. Now, let us step into the second apartment. Its owner makes only $52,000 a year, about half of what their neighbor earns. But when you walk in, the first thing you notice is an incredibly spacious and airy atmosphere. There is a compact sofa and a television that is just the right size. The kitchen contains only the tools that are used for cooking every day. The closet holds outfits that are all worn regularly by the owner. More astonishingly, this person checks their bank account with a peaceful smile. They have enough savings to live on for 18 months. They consistently set aside 20% of their income every month to invest. Welcome back to the channel. If you find today's topic interesting, please hit the like button and share this video with your loved ones. Subscribe so you do not miss important financial knowledge. Now, let us return to the main question. Why does someone who earns less money enjoy greater financial security than someone with a high income? This is not a story about income figures. It is about the secret relationship between possessions and money. It is about a psychological trap that consumer society has set, one we willingly walk into every day. The high-earning neighbor is not addicted to drugs or gambling. They have simply built a lifestyle that requires them to burn every penny just to maintain it. The lower-earning individual has discovered a very simple truth. They realized that owning fewer things does not mean living a miserable life. It means living a life of intention. It means being the master of your possessions, not letting your possessions master you. Today, we will dissect the rules of money management in a minimalist style. These are the rules that create a clear line between those who always have money to spare and those who toil their whole lives with empty wallets. Let us start with the most brutal truth that few people ever suspect. Every item you buy forces you to pay for it twice. The first cost is obvious. It is the number on the receipt at the checkout counter. The second cost is the one millions of people ignore. It is the scary monster that quietly drains you. This second cost includes storage space, maintenance fees, and mental energy. It includes the loss of investment opportunity. Take the treadmill you bought back in the year 2024. In big cities, every square meter of living space costs roughly $30 to $50 a year. That treadmill takes up significant space. It costs you $600 to $1,000 a year just to store an item whose main function now is to hold your laundry. And it does not stop there. Possessions silently consume your mental energy. Every item in your home demands that you clean it, organize it, and worry about it breaking. You eventually face the headache of how to get rid of it. Scientific studies prove that visual clutter increases stress hormones in the brain. Your belongings are literally exhausting you every day. The cruelest part of this second cost is the opportunity cost. The $15,000 you spent on a home gym could have become $50,000. You could have invested that money in index funds over 15 years. You did not just buy machinery. You traded away your own future financial freedom. Minimalists understand this very well. They do not hate expensive items. They are just exceptionally good at calculating. They calculate the true cost that an item drains over its entire lifespan. They realize most things are not worth sacrificing their sweat and tears for. From this mindset, we move to the first golden rule. Calculate the cost per use. Before you pull out your wallet, divide the price by the number of times you will actually use it. A designer jacket costs $200, but you only wear it twice. That means you pay $100 for each time you put it on. Meanwhile, a jacket costing $400 is twice as expensive, but its quality means you wear it 200 times during winter. The cost per use becomes only $2. The more expensive jacket turns out to be the real bargain. This sharp calculation will strangle your impulsive shopping urges. A $300 juicer used twice a year costs you $150 per glass of juice. That is an unacceptable waste. The second rule is the repurchase test. Walk around your house tomorrow and look at each item. Ask yourself one question. If this item suddenly disappeared, would you spend your own money to buy an identical one again? Be honest. Would you buy back that bread machine caked with grease? Would you buy back clothes you have not touched in 18 months? For most things, the answer is no. They exist in your home only because of inertia and lazy habits. They are gifts you are afraid to throw away. They are remnants of impulsive hobbies from your youth. You need to sell them, give them away, or discard them mercilessly. Once you shed this physical burden, your living space expands. Your mind becomes unbelievably light, like removing a heavy suit of armor. The third rule is never upgrade your belongings just because you are bored. There is a common bankruptcy pattern among high-income earners. They constantly replace items that still work perfectly. They do this only because a newer version has been released. Their phone still makes calls smoothly, but they switch to the latest model. Their car still runs perfectly, but they take on new debt out of envy. Your boredom does not mean your belongings are broken. Your desire for others to admire you does not mean your things have failed. An item is only broken when it cannot fulfill its core function. Escaping this upgrade trap saves you tens of thousands of dollars. Over a lifetime, the wasted amount can reach $200,000. That is enough to change a life completely. The fourth rule is to create friction for spending and make saving smooth. Humans act on lazy instincts. If spending money is too easy, you spend recklessly. If saving is too difficult, you give up quickly. To win, you must redesign your environment. Delete saved credit card information from shopping sites. Apply a 24-hour waiting rule before buying anything non-essential. Unsubscribe from advertising emails. Remove shopping apps from your phone's home screen. On the other side, automate your savings. Set up an automatic transfer to your investment account on payday. Do this before you even see the money in your account. Willpower is a limited resource. It runs out when you are tired after a long day. Never trust your willpower alone. Trust the system you build. Just waiting 24 hours eliminates 70% of impulsive purchases. The fifth rule is to inventory your assets regularly. It may sound obsessive, but it is a powerful antidote. Try counting how many t-shirts you own. Most people guess a modest number. When they actually open the closet and count, they are shocked. They often have 3 times as many as they imagined. When you know you own 47 t-shirts, buying a 48th feels absurd. That guilty feeling changes your behavior automatically. Set a maximum limit for yourself. Keep only 30 outfits. Apply the 1 in 1 out rule. For every new item, One old item must go. The sixth rule is to rent, borrow, or try before you buy. Most purchases give intense excitement for a few days, then are forgotten. Enthusiasm for new hobbies is usually short-lived. If you want to try camping, do not buy a full set of gear immediately. Rent it for your first 2 trips. If you want to be a photographer, borrow a camera from a friend first. This tests whether your passion is real. It also teaches you what specifications you actually need. Storage units everywhere are filled with moldy golf clubs and broken guitars. These belong to people who thought buying equipment would make them experts. The seventh rule is managing digital waste and subscription traps. What makes you poorer today is not just physical items. It is the small, invisible automatic deductions. You subscribe to 5 streaming platforms. You pay for 3 photo editing apps you rarely use. These tiny amounts seem harmless each month, but accumulated over years, they create a huge hole in your budget. Set aside time to review all your recurring subscriptions. Ruthlessly cancel anything that does not provide real value. The eighth rule is understanding the multiplier effect of lifestyle. Every item you buy comes with hidden costs. Buying a boat is not just the boat. It is the trailer, the dock fees, the life jackets, and annual maintenance. Buying a bigger house means more furniture to fill it. Your electricity bill skyrockets, and cleaning time doubles. A $5,000 purchase can drag along $12,000 in extra costs. Think about the big picture before acquiring any major asset. The ninth rule is to define what is enough before you earn more money. This is a fatal trap after a promotion or raise. When income jumps from $80,000 to $150,000, you should keep your old lifestyle. You should invest the extra $70,000. But instead, people move to fancier neighborhoods. They buy expensive clothes and dine at upscale restaurants. Eventually, someone earning $300,000 feels the same pressure as when they earned $80,000. Their expectations inflate with their income. Minimalism helps you draw a clear finish line. Tell yourself that a $350,000 house is enough for happiness. Tell yourself a $30,000 car that runs well is enough. Ignore what your colleagues drive. Once you know what is enough, every extra dollar flows into your freedom fund. It stops turning into luxury junk. The final rule is the 10th one. Measure wealth by the power of choice, not by flashy accumulation. Society judges success by watches and car brands. True minimalists have a different metric. They measure wealth by existential questions. If your job destroys your mental health, can you quit tomorrow without fear? If a family member falls ill, can you take 6 months off to care for them? Can you refuse a high-paying project that violates your ethics? The right to say no is the ultimate wealth. No luxury item can buy that. A person earning $200,000 but spending $195,000 is a prisoner. They are chained to their office chair. They have no choice but to keep toiling. Meanwhile, a person earning $80,000 but spending $45,000 is a king. They can face a crisis with confidence. They can start a business freely. They can retire at 50 instead of waiting until 65. Every time you want to buy an unnecessary item, remember this: you are not just exchanging money for an object, you are selling your own future freedom. Do you really want to work 2 extra years just to pay for a shiny car? A car you only use to drive to work? The choice is entirely yours. Applying these rules is not about self-denial. It is about liberation from toxic expectations. It is about living a life that is truly your own. Be bold in removing things that do not bring you joy. Make room for priceless experiences. Own fewer possessions, but gain more space for real life. Thank you for watching until the very end. If this knowledge helps you reconsider your spending, please hit like and share this video. Subscribe to support more quality content. Leave a comment telling me which item you regret buying the most. Goodbye, and see you in the next video.